Hey everybody, Tim Anderson here, aka Renfail, and welcome to the latest episode of Lotro Cooking in Real Life, where I take recipes from the MMORPG Lord of the Rings Online or inspired by the Lord of the Rings books and prepare them for you here on YouTube and at Patreon. Today we're going to be doing a classic that shows up in the Lotro cookbook. It's also a classic from England, bangers and mash. Basically mashed potatoes and sausages. They are delicious. My first trip abroad when I was 19, I actually went and had bangers and mash at the Eagle and the Child pub where the Inklings used to meet. So I have fond memories of this recipe. We're going to be doing that today, so hopefully you enjoy. If you haven't already done so, make sure to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon, and check the links below to Patreon, where you can pick up a variety of subscriptions which have some unique perks and the like, and it's also where you can find the full recipe for this video. But without further ado, let's dive in and I will show you how I make the classic take on bangers and mash. Alright, the first thing you want to do is boil your potatoes, but that's pretty simple, so I didn't show it in the video. Well, once your potatoes are boiled, you can go ahead and throw some butter in here. I like to do about 3 potatoes and anywhere from 1/4 to 1/2 stick of butter. I'm going to go ahead and use 1/2 stick this morning. As they say, butter will make it taste better. So get your butter in there, let your butter melt, and then we're going to mash everything up before we add the milk and other things. Now once you've got your butter incorporated, you can go ahead and start to mash these things up and get them all nice and squished in here. Get the butter incorporated. We're going to do this for a little bit. You don't have to completely mash them, but you can get them roughly mashed up before you add your milk in. Alright, next up you can go ahead and add some spices. Add a little bit of black pepper to flavor. It's up to you. And of course a little bit of salt. Next up is add some milk. Now I'm just going to put a splash in here, probably around 1/4 cup. The objective here is to get the potatoes a nice creamy consistency, and it's up to you how much milk you use. Same thing with how much salt and pepper you use. It's entirely up to you. You just want a nice creamy consistency, so get this all nice and mixed up. Alright, the potatoes are nice and ready now, nice and creamy consistency. I like mine a little on the thick side so they actually don't come off your fork like that. Other people like them a little more creamy, so again you can add milk until they are at the right consistency for you. These are ready now. We're going to go ahead and cover them and we're going to get to cooking the sausages. Next up, it's time to cook the sausages. In this case, a sausage and 1/2. Because we had 1/2 a sausage left over from breakfast the other morning. But you can put as many sausages in here as you like. My wife and I usually split things, so this for us, we'll end up splitting this, each have like 3/4 of a sausage. But yeah, we're showing you. And these are just some basic Argentinian sausages, but you can use whatever type of sausage you want. The key here is to just get them nice and fried up in a pan and go from there. Now to speed the cooking time on these up, go ahead and cover them. Just like so, and you can cook them for about 5 to 7 minutes on each side. Alright, it's time to turn these bad boys. And you can turn them any which way you want. Cook them on all sides if you like. I'm just going to give them a quick turn here. You can probably hear the birds outside too. They're happy that we're cooking sausages this morning as well. To get those flipped, cook them another few minutes. If you want to, you can go ahead and keep turning them on all the different sides and just get that nice crispy cooked mark across all 4 sides. We're going to cover this again and keep those cooking. Alright, so you guys can hear the sound of those sausages cooking away there underneath the lid. So let's take this off. Oh yeah, look at those. It is now time to prepare our plates of bangers and mash. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to dig in to our bangers and mash. Now you gotta be careful if you're cutting into these right when they're hot, because those sausages will be extremely hot, the juices inside will be extremely hot. My mouth is watering and there's steam, like everything smells so good. Rawr! It's time to taste test our bangers and mash. You know, sausages. Nice creamy potatoes. Delicious. Now, One of the things you'll notice is that I left the skins on my potato. Not everyone does that. Some people like to take the skins off. I like the extra flavor, I like the extra consistency, so I leave them in there. You don't have to. So, hopefully you guys enjoyed this episode of Lotro Cooking in Real Life. If you did, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so that you get updates when new videos are available, and don't forget to check the Patreon via the links below where you can get the full recipe for this episode of Bangers and Mash, and also pick up a subscription if you like what you see. And hopefully you also like what you're tasting. As for me, I'm going to get back to eating my breakfast, and I will see you in the next episode.